The last year of high school is full of laziness and over-excessive wearing shirts, shorts, and sweatshirts. Also, a lack of studying, repeated absences, and a generally dismissive attitude. The only known cure of this phenomenon is graduation. This is a sickness called senioritis. 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 Senioritis.
Well, I try to employ as many tactics as I can. Usually it's threats, promises to fail them, promises that they won't graduate, threaten to call their parents, things like that. I mean, there's not much else you can do.
Dude, I don't do anything in my classes anymore. Like, at all. I go home, I sleep, I play Xbox, I kind of lift. I mean, you can't really see the gains here, but I mean, it's kind of there. And then I go home and sleep. I don't do homework.
My case of senioritis, well, I started to develop a slight tingling in my right elbow about 3 months ago, and it's developed into something a little bit more than that. Calculus has become a struggle, and I find it hard to move my pencil. Well, I don't know if it's the elbow or if it's the brain, or a combination of both. But I'm staying strong in the stuff I like to do, you know.
There's no such thing as senioritis, because the ending itis means inflammation. So you're telling me you're an inflamed senior. There's no such thing. You might have seniorosis. Osis means the condition of. So you have the condition of being a senior, which means you're lazy and lethargic. But there's no such thing as senioritis unless you're an inflamed or swollen senior.
Senioritis is a plague. We need to take this very serious as we take our year very unserious. It's a demotivator and does not encourage students to work, but rather gives them a reason to not work. It ruins work ethic, and it needs to be treated. I personally have suffered from senioritis, as I've had many assignments that have been failed to be completed.
It's probably the worst thing that's plaguing America these days, especially suburban America, because here's what takes place. These kids get to be seniors and they feel like they've got it figured out. They're ready to move on to the next step. They start to grow out their hair. You see mullets. You see bad facial hair. You see a number of things that just look like entitlement. All right? They quit going to class. They think that, look, we've got it figured out. And the sad thing is they're preparing themselves for nothing.
It's a problem. I started out the school year doing a lot of work, and then as the school year progressed, I got in less and less rigorous classes, as I'm taking 3 blow-off classes at Liberty and 1 class that matters. But after the AP exam, I'm not doing anything. So my blow-off classes, I just watch TV and talk about. I don't really do anything at all.
Senioritis isn't that big of a deal, is it? Actually, somewhere all those college admission letters after the congratulations is a sentence to the effect that admission is conditional upon the student completing high school with the same academic and personal achievement on which the offer was based. Each year, colleges rescind offers to students whose grades plummeted after they were admitted.
I have several students, and I'm not going to mention names, but you know one of them, but that procrastinates like correspondence courses and stuff. And so I've had, sadly, a student not graduate because of that, where they didn't send their final exam in on time, and so like the day before graduation we still didn't have the final exam for that correspondence class, and so therefore they didn't get to walk across the stage.
I allow students to fail and not graduate.
For some, senioritis is a word to throw around to blame laziness on, but others aren't so lucky and they are seriously infected.
Senioritis is a real deal. I leave class like 20 minutes early, especially AP Bio. I only have 1 core class on campus, so I'm only here from 9 to 12 every day, and I don't do much, so it's a real thing.
I'm supposed to be taking a test right now, but instead I'm skipping and I'm Snapchatting my friends. #senioritis.
I have to go to the bathroom because I was just sitting in class, so I brought my backpack because after I go to the bathroom, I'm going to leave. Is that good?
Yeah,
Yes, I always have senioritis because I'm so old. But in your case, what you're talking about, senioritis, is it does exist. I think seniors make it to about Christmas and then they decide that they are just going to check out. But really, that kind of hurts you. I know you think grades are in or whatever, but colleges kind of do. They do look at what you've done. And I think you should finish out strong. But I know that kids get tired, but it's really hard on the teacher's end because we're always having to call parents and kind of get on to students and, make sure that they're coming, especially attendance. As long as you're here and you're at least trying and you get a 70, I think that's all right.
So Reggie, how do you feel about your case of senioritis?
Dude, I'm a sophomore.
Oh.
Lately I've been really bad with my grades, and and I don't really care too much about my grades. I just need to pass.
Most of my BC calculus class consists of sleeping 90% of the times, 5% going to the lunch, 5% actually studying.
Lo que no sabe la gente es que yo he pasado los 4 años allá en la clase de inglés, pero sin saber inglés. Entonces sepo nomás puro español, pero sí supo de la enfermedad que se llama senioritis.
Student Council Dictator Jay Summers has a unique opinion about this topic.
Senioritis is like a game of Quidditch. The seniors are the seekers, and the snitch is graduation. And the seekers are trying so hard to get the snitch, but they just can't. They've got to wait for it. They've got to wait for it to be released because that's not until 18 minutes into the game. Meanwhile, your sophomores and your juniors, those are the beaters and the chasers, who are looking for the quaffle and trying to score.
There you have it, the horrible sickness of senioritis. If you would like to donate to senioritis research, go to www.gofundme.com/findthesenioritiscure. Thanks for watching, and I'm Alex Moore.
So, true to the senioritis theme we're going for, Mr. Higgins kicked us out of his classroom, so we decided to go get some food from racetrack. So, we're on our way back right now.